Hello, 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 hello. How is everyone this evening? We are here to celebrate the man Terrence, or wait, is it Terry or Terrence? So is there a Terry side or is there a Terrence side? But so, my name is General Judd, my great friend. Yes, that's my name. I'm going to be your host for the evening. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. This is going to be an amazing evening, and I am honored to be here. Terrence to ask me to host this evening with all of these amazing poets and musicians and everyone. And it's this is going to be a night of just family and love and friends and sharing and just we're all have different things that we do, and we're bringing it all to the table tonight for Terrence. And live streaming, you're going to be live streaming, so anyone live streaming, it's on the website. It's up. You can if you want to share that with and also make sure to check on Charlie at the bar. That's one reason. Keep Charlie busy whenever you get a break. Like Simon says, go to the bar, or General says, go to the bar. So yeah. So let me get some notes out here because it's going to be that way. So tonight is just so much. We've got readings. We're going to have. Hold on, let me get my notes.
Gabriel?
Yes. Yes. We've got Gabriel. Hold on one second.
Daniel Johnson, but just Gabriel.
Yes. So tonight we're going to have, it's going to be readings by Denver Brunson, Nicole Callahan, Lorraine Duran, Noel Sikorsky, Zoe Ryder-White, Kathleen Winter, and Michael Tyrell, and Joanna Sofren. And musical guests, Pharrell Foster, Gabriel Johnson, and late night Nino Disco is going to bring it home. So we're gonna get it started. We're gonna bring up Gabriel. He's gonna get us kicked off here with some music, and put your hands together. And let's get it started. Yeah.
I really thought that was gonna look a lot cooler. So, just pretend it looked really cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. General?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
It's all you.
All right.
I'm not doing
You're not
this.
gonna stay up here and sing with me?
I could.
All right. Adjust this thing. Hi, y'all. I'm Gabe. I am visiting from the mountains of North Carolina. Really excited to be here. I've known Terry for a really long time. I've known Terrence for almost as long. We met in high school. Wait, I'm supposed to put this on because this is a very nice guitar and I don't want it to fall. I'm gonna play some songs. Actually, I'm gonna play one song, and then I'm gonna call Terrence up here, and then he's gonna read some poems, and then I'm gonna play some more songs, and then I'm gonna play a song with Maybelle. So that's the just so you guys know what's gonna happen. All right. So I'm gonna play a song by the Mountain Goats. I'm gonna drink more whiskey than Brendan Beam. I'm gonna send my belongings to Tripoli. I'm gonna ride home to California with a banjo on my knee. I'm never gonna turn off that television. I'm just gonna let it run all night. Gonna plant root vegetables out in the back summer, gonna treat you right. So put on your Chairman Mao coat and let me clear my throat. We'll turn this whole town upside down and shake it till the coins come falling out of their pockets. Yeah, put on your Che Guevara pin and call the troops on in. We're gonna sail through the night sky like a pair of bottle rockets. Got a great big secret written down somewhere. I got a rosary to protect us from harm. I got a storage locker full of cow figurines and a laundry list of grievances that's longer than my arm. And I am never going back to Cincinnati. Those rivers have been burned down to the ground. I got this jetpack strapped to my back, and I'm waiting for you to come around. Lace up your skates real tight and be here by 6 o'clock tonight. We'll turn this whole town upside down and shake till the coins come falling out of their pockets. Yeah, put on your Che Guevara hat. You look so goddamn cute in that. We're gonna sail through the night sky like a pair of bottle rockets. Thank you. All right, Terrence, read some poems.
Actually, leave that on.
Hold on.
We'll do Mountain Pass real quick.
You're gonna do Mountain
Yeah,
Pass?
let's
You're gonna
do
sing
it.
with me?
Yeah, let's fucking
All
do it.
right, let's do it. Sweet.
This song's about the mountains and the pass through the mountains. And it's called Mountain Pass.
Well, it's technically, yeah, man, please. General on the drums. Let's do this. Let's do this. On the drum box.
First black blue man right there. Put your hands together for General.
Save my soul for the mountain pass, 'cause once you get to heaven you can't come back. And lay my body in the rocky broad so I can roll like a river through the land of God. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, alright. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, alright. Driving out to Girton in my pickup truck. Got the bed loaded down so I don't get stuck. Down a thunder road on 74. With the windows down, I couldn't ask for more than up into the mountains to the great divide, where the dogwood blossoms and the redbuds hide. Everything is blooming like the 4th of July. There's a heaven on earth, it's on a mountainside. So save my soul for the mountain pass, 'cause once you get to heaven you can't come back. And lay my body in the rocky broad so I can roll like a river through the land of God. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, alright. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, alright. If the blood root's blooming, it won't be long till that Virio's singing his maiden song. And everybody gathers when the weather's fine at the swimming hole just off of Old Route 9. So come on, babe, I know the water's cold, but the sun is shining and the winter's on hold. Take my hand and let's both go down to the water's edge and let our troubles drown. Nothing lasts forever, that's what I'm told. And someday, baby, we'll both grow old. But if you live your days like they're going out of style, you get to the end, it's gonna make you smile. So save my soul for the mountain pass, 'cause once you get to heaven you can't come back. And lay my body in the rocky broad so I can roll like a river through the land of God. Yeah, save my soul for the mountain pass, 'cause once you get to heaven you can't come back. And lay my body in the rocky broad so I can roll like a river through the land of God. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, all right. Thank you.
There's two kinds of people in this room. There's poets. Raise your hand if you're a poet. And there's poet enablers. You know who you are. You're the reason we're here. Just stop enabling us. This is a long poem. So the second chapter is called Concerning Midnight Gardeners, and it's about the people that started baking bread and making sourdough during the pandemic. But I wrote this before the pandemic because I got a kickstart on my garden. It's called I Never Thought of Myself as Much of a Gardener. 1. Yesterday I flipped through the want ads like a child who spins a globe and lands on his hometown. And true to form, I found myself peering out through the newsprint and grinned in response to the wording of my post. I wondered the timeline of my inquiry and sighed in laughter when I asked myself to come kick the tires, give the old traveler another crack at the wheel. 2. You never give the body much thought until you find yourself staring out dumbly through a few feet of stagnant summer air and wondering about the scattered limbs of your own meandering arteries or the trunk width of your trachea. You don't pray anymore, but you sometimes find yourself in conversation with the sum of hearing you've misplaced, or the fuzzy glow of the deer eyes and the low tide of your night vision, or even the bottleneck of kids lining up at the nicey cart when the attendant bells sound and you don't salivate. 3. I'd be lying if I told you that curiosity hadn't gotten the best of me. It has. You'd be surprised you found yourself at your own interview, looking back across a soft wooden plain. I'm not a good liar, but I can be convincing in times of emergency. Turns out if I need an extension, I can apply for one. Should the river rise, my chair will double as a flotation device. 4. You don't give curiosity its due when your kid asks you about the separate but equally disturbing totalities of gravities it takes to keep the sun fed in a black hole cottonmouthed. But it does make you think about the skin of water. Had it more of a consciousness, you imagine water wouldn't have named it skin at all. If you put a plane between a half-filled glass and everything surrounding it and turn it upside down and take away the overlay, it holds itself in. It's an old parlor trick. The ocean has an atmosphere, you think. It takes a lot of pride to defy letting go. 5. I never thought of myself as that much of a gardener. But this summer I grew some tomatoes and found myself flipping through the possibilities as I stewed and harvested heirlooms and married them to an old recipe. As I let the ingredients do their best to live up to the hype, an old friend reached out to me to ask about an old stanza I'd once assembled and did my best to bring a few folks back to life. But all I could do is make a real-time observation about the state of tomatoes. Lovingly, I mentioned that the skin of a black hole can be two-dimensional, and information can be stored there like a recipe or a photograph for every infinite gardener, an infinite harvest. 6. You remember that game we all played where you'd spin the globe, try your hardest to cheat, and put a heavy finger on home? Memories are funny now that globes are extinct. The slower you spun the earth, the easier it was to fix the game. I read that they used to warp the continents depending on where the globe makers were from, so you could get it right, but unbeknownst to anyone, the outcome would still be rigged. You ever thought about putting a globe on a platter, closing your eyes, and giving it a good shake, only to open them up for the snapshot of a moment? You ever tried to summarize the sum of a full day's ecstasy and grief? You'd have to be a good gardener to put your hand into that hat and acquire any semblance of the truth. It's like that game we used to play, where you take yourself out for a spin and pass your home 1,000 times, and each time the people inside betrayed each other a little less, and despite their best attempts, they become strangers. If you could see the big picture, you wouldn't hold those efforts against them. They don't put faults on globes for good reason. You ever wonder if there's a museum dedicated to the anthropology of globes? How heavy a room full of lead balloons would look if you were made subject to it? You ever wonder about the orbit of your character and the hot mess of a story that's told from the cradle to a pirouette? 7, I haven't. I've only just learned the name of the cabbage moths that visit us overnight like terrible thieves, putting a little daylight between our thumbs and efforts. For all I know, it's the same hungry soul every time. I never imagined myself that curious of a traveler, to ever trace a line of tomatoes from out back to the Spanish and the Aztecs, or even earlier, before Eden was a myth, and back when they were still poisonous. Gabriel Johnson, get your fucking ass back up here.
I'm gonna go to the stairs this time.
Did you just hop over?
Yeah. It was not a hop. Slide. Thanks, y'all. Hi, Timmy. Nice to see you. I'm gonna play a song. I don't know what it's called. Sometimes I call it Springtime, and sometimes I call it something else. We're gonna call it Springtime today. Felt like springtime today. So. I also want to thank Denver for letting me play this beautiful guitar. Isn't she lovely? It's okay. It's okay. Hey, it's a really nice guitar. For all of you who don't know, this is a really nice guitar. Okay, so thank you, Denver, for allowing me to play your guitar. I wrote this song after my second child was born. So maybe 11 years ago, 11 and a half or 12 years ago. Springtime, the birds will sing. I'll ask you, baby, will you wear my ring? Oh, will you always be mine? The summer comes, big with child, down in the garden with the fireflies. Oh, will you always be mine? And in the fall, the baby is born. Tell those angels we can blow their horns. Oh, will you always be mine? And through the winter, we'll settle low in a cabin with a fire glowing. Oh, will you always be mine? A time will come when these earthly days will end, that I will walk with you until our souls ascend. And I'll find you in the afterlife. We'll find our love another vessel then. Time will come when these earthly days will end, but I will walk you until our souls ascend. And I'll find you in the afterlife. And we'll find our love another vessel then. Yeah, we'll find our love another vessel then. Thanks. Thank you. Coffee. That sounds nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna play this other song that kind of has multiple names too. What's the name that you know it by, Terrence? I appreciate General. A man of many talents. Dude, thank you. What do you know this as? The doo-doo song, yeah. We'll call it the doo-doo song for tonight. Don't make me laugh because I can't whistle when I'm laughing. All I want is everything, music, food, and night swimming, Dancing under moonlit skies while my friends are getting high, And nobody will drink and drive. If they're sleepy, they'll just close their eyes. All I want is everything, you and me and night swimming. Rainy days up in my room, reading in the afternoon. Nina on the radio, singing songs of Leonard Cohen. Maybe I should call you up. Come over here and cheer me up. Rainy days up in my room with you late in the afternoon. All I want is everything, sleeping in on Saturdays, Tiny hands upon the bed, Papa is a sleepyhead, Pancakes with some maple syrup, coffee in my favorite cup. All I want is everything, you and me and sleeping in. All I want is everything, all I want is everything. Thank you. Yes, the person there that I don't know at all. Yes, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. Why
Yeah.
is it called a doo-doo song?
It's not, I don't know. That's do 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 do. So I don't know.
The whistling song after you change it from doo-doo.
Oh, okay, yeah. Changed it. Doo-doo the whistling sounded better than doo-doo. So, sorry. Maybell, would you like to join me? We're going to play a song. I'm going to play a song with the lovely and amazingly talented Maybell.
Hi guys, it's awesome to be here and very exciting. Can we all just give Terence another congratulations, please? Yes. Awesome. All right. Yeah, this is a Big Thief song. It's called Masterpiece, and if you don't know Big Thief, you should check them out and your life will be changed forever.
Oh, right.
Very
Keep
important.
going for it. Thank you.
I could, drop to a lower register.
We'll do it your way.
Yeah,
We'll do it
yeah,
your way. That's
yeah.
fine. That's fine. Wait, hold on. Let me switch it.
Years, days, makes no difference to me, babe. You look exactly the same to me. Ain't no time crossing your legs inside the diner, raising your coffee to your lips, the steam. You saw the masterpiece, and she looks a lot like you. Wrapping your left arm around your right, ready to walk me through the night. You whisper to a restless ear, can you get me out of here? This place smells like piss and beer. Can you get me out? You were asking me how to get you free. I only know the recipe to roll. You saw the masterpiece, and she looks a lot like you. Wrapping your left arm around your right, ready to walk me through the night. Oh, stars filling up my throat. You gave them to me when I was born. Now they're coming out. Lying there on the hospital bed, your eyes are narrow, blue and red. You took a draw of breath and said to me, I saw the masterpiece, and she looks a lot like you. Wrapping your left arm around my right, ready to walk me through the night. Oh, friends, old mothers, dogs, and brothers. There's only so much letting go you can ask someone to do. So I'll keep you by my side. I will not give you too tight. I'll even walk you in my stride, Marie. 'Cause I saw the masterpiece, and she looks a lot like you. Wrapping your left arm around my right, ready to walk me through the night.
so I think I'm going to play one more song. And I'm going to give it up to Terry. I guess you're going to come back and read? I'm going to give it up to General. All right. Y'all, please, one more time for the amazingly talented Maybell. That was beautiful. Incredible. Really good job. This song, I'm pretty sure, is called Rabbits and Wolves. So, I mean, it could have another name. I also called this one Springtime sometimes, but we already called one Springtime, so we're going to call this one Rabbits and Wolves. We're pretty sure, yeah. No, this one's definitely not cute. Down that old dirt road where the wineberries grow, where we first fell in love under a blanket of snow. The trees in the holler, the grass on the hill is whispering quietly, I love you still. These long winter nights ahead, sleeping with you in our feather bed. This child sleeping by the firelight through those long winter nights. Rabbits and wolves, stories unfold by the green of the fern, while the coal embers burn. And will I see you again when summer returns, when snow is all gone? Will your love for me burn? Long winter nights ahead, sleeping with you in our feather bed. Child sleeping by the firelight through those long winter nights. Thank you.
Right, give it up for Gabe and for Mary Bell. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we're gonna have all of the poets come up and take a seat up here, which would be a great, yes. And so we're gonna have Denver, we're gonna have Joanna come up, Michael, Lorraine, Nicole, Noel, Sanjana, and Zoe Ryder-White. And Terrence, you're gonna hang out there. So at this time, this would be a great time to go to the bar and grab a drink. And so, yes, as Terrence was saying prior, I used to be a Blue Man in Blue Man Group for 18 years, so that's what he was saying, my multi-diversity talent. And now actually have a interior design company with my wife. So I'm sort of all over the place, which is great because it's a good reason that I'm here, because it's just like Terrence's book, I can wonder anything. And that's why we're all here. It's perfect and befitting for me and for life and everything. And so we're going to have, Denver is going to kick us off. In Denver, amazing. I got to meet Denver not that long ago, probably, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago, or maybe not even a year. Yeah, we told us a story together one night at Terrence's event, and it was pretty amazing, and just incredible. He has a recent book, it's Scarecrow Albus, which is phenomenal, so I have to say, and we're going to let him do his thing. We're going to let everyone do their thing, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy. All right.
Will you just introduce the next reader? Who's the next reader? He's got the order right there.
I don't know who's after me.
I know who's next. And,
Do you want to say the order?
yes, Denver, Joanna, Michael, Lorraine, Nicole, Noel, Sanjana, and Zoe. Yeah. All right. Did I miss anyone, or did I mess anyone's name up? Because that could happen. All right. Give it up.
This is the most poets I've ever been on one stage. Probably not a good idea. It's the writers group. Microphone is doing its own thing. Okay. Congratulations, Terrence, on the book, and what a nice night for everybody. I'm gonna read these poems I'm gonna read all my poems tonight, and then I'm gonna read one poem, but I'm gonna read it in Terrence's imitation of my voice, which is actually my voice because he does a really good imitation of my voice. This is called Sunset Park. And God's Away on Business was playing through broken speakers, while the paleteros were making like it was Daytona 500, while unidentified children sold UFOs to other children before the fireworks show. And halfway down the hill, somebody inflated a movie theater when the dialogue thundered down past the bricks and dipped its toes in the river. I swear we saw bodega cats walking on churros like they were stilts. There was a balloon war when the handball court broke into a round of applause as shower shoes were tossed into the sky like they were mortar boards. Somebody played a plastic trumpet, while some kid on grips cut the power to an artificial sun. When the pedestrians blinked, we walked straight through a knife fight. We walked straight through a knife fight like we were Israeli lice. And swear to God, the crackling under our shoes happened to be actual paper money from every corner of the world. That's a true story, I think, from Sunset Park. Next reader is Joanne, and she's got a new book coming out. She just signed a contract on it. I was going to call it Permanent Monster, but it's Temporary Beast. Am I right? It's Temporary Beast.
Thank you. This is called It's Not the Shoe Polish. It's not the shoe polish, not the shoes I'm convinced have been with him since the Second World War. It's not the hands or their spots, not the way his signature wants to look. It's not the breath the saxophone takes early in the record when he says, "Look, listen." It's not the orphanage we visit or the ancient town where it sits. It isn't the square of butter dissolving in the oats or the way a spoon falls out of focus. It's not the turning over of an engine or the quiet prayer he says, not the sound of rubber on the cracks he swears to fill. It isn't the hole a hook makes in a thumb, not the sound that wine makes spilling on a rug. It isn't a ledge
carved where a wedding band once hung, not the red clay accumulated beneath it, not a reflection of empty trees within it, not the olive, not the dove. It's not his name on the spine on a textbook out of print, not the sound that opening it makes. It isn't Catholic. It's not the universe. It's not a plot he stakes in some podunk southern town. It's not a girl across the monkey bars. It's not the way he says her name. It's not the lady at the diner who wears his accent like a bit. It's not the eggs. It's not the toast, nor the sum of coffee that makes a life. It's not the metronome they implanted between the margins of his ribs, not the cigar smoke that encircles a playground that he built. It has never been a shamrock, the dirty water in the Genesee, or a pair of boxers left to dry out on its shore. It's not the mouthfuls of the river he displaced, not the belly of his beast. It's not the belt he wore on the weekend, not the sound it liked to make. It isn't Christmas, or the lead up to its birth. It's not the names he gave his children, or the curses they entertain. It's all of it. Et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Hi. This is The Moon is from Montana. Everybody's heart was once just a square foot of ideas. We were once dreamt by drunks. My old man had a company car they dug out of a mountain with shovels made from the spare parts of a Buick. There's a set of tracks below the riverbed where no train has ever run, about which I'd like to write a book comprised of only parting words. For every car crash on the highway, there's a rosary bead sparking in my grandmother's pocket. She pats when she's nervous. Her children haven't called. The last pope wrote a letter my grandfather put in a frame, and when he died, I took it down to trace the Roman numbers. The moon is Midwestern. It makes better conversation with the grains than I. It bribes the tides for summer storms, and when it doesn't rain, it thunders in between the lightning strikes, coming off a string of relics and spare parts found deep inside a mountain. The rain.
The moon is Midwestern. What a great line.
That's my wife.
This is called What We Weren't Told About the Middle. The hospitals would know us by our first names. Days would become months, years, decades. We would see toddlers in our teenagers' eyes. People would inevitably die. Eventually, we'd survive. Our hopes would realistically drown, but would return to us in Sunday clothes. Religions would lose their long-standing wars with time. Half of our married friends would raise their children on the weekends. Our dreams would be realized too soon. But they'd accompany castles we'd built by grudges and various shapes and sizes of since-lowered caskets. We would know the middle by our presence within it. We would become middlers when we realized the lies we were paid when our elders said they'd picked no favorites were gracious. And we'd empathize when running our fingers through our favored child's hair. That's how the middle is known. It's bearing the weight of a Christmas fable until it can no longer hold, and asking the eldest not to spoil it for his sister. It's not answering the phone when the news is a bombshell. in the middle of the night, when it isn't drunk friends, but sober ones. It's numbers on a cake instead of individual candles. The elders spared us when they forgot the deaths that came as surprises, the cancers and the gunshots that ricocheted off the cement blocks in first-grade classrooms. But when we became middlers, it sinks in. You get the voicemail, and it's your best mate's wife, and she says, her voice shaking, "Hey, it's me. You gotta come. I'm not sure if he's gonna make it." And you buy the next flight, right to the heart, the center of it, although you weren't told how sharp the middle could be. But who could blame anyone for keeping it in? Would you travel here, now, knowing what you know?
What we'll do, we'll go down to the storied river in your famous town. If you walk far enough, there should be one of both. And we'll see the kids we've abandoned in the water looking up, and we will cotton candy, and we will cherry bomb the swings, and we will shirts, and we will skins. We will taste our old man's catcher's mitt, play a cassette in our brother's stolen player. We will take off as many layers as we dare, and we will curse the clinics for stealing every other minute, and we will name the kids who scared us into them. And we will practice drowning, and we will butterfly the heights, knifing at our guts, and fall asleep in cars, drink anything we can get our hands on, and find the courage to rent a place in other states and return when someone's dying and find the words to bury them. We will become people. We'll apologize for and settle in to fearful ways. We'll be shitty on the phone. Hear our recorded voices, tremble at our mother's timbre, try our keys in every lock, drunk down to the bone. The famous town will lose its luster, forget the hairpins and its lure, and you'll be nicked when someone says the river looks like any other, while the cemeteries blend, while the clinics get religion, while the sidewalks pile with evergreens, and down the streets tinsel tumbleweeds. And we will what we did, drum the old nicknames into our kids. We will straighten out the dog ears and the gospels, and we will test the bottles on our naked upturned wrists, name people names we wished, but we once cotton candied. We once wonder wheeled. We once walked ourselves into desperate cities and clawed our lives from our imaginations, and had to ask the natives the name that was the river we'd soon look over, begging it to reflect our first set of baby teeth.
Vestiges. In concert with the 17-year cicadas climbing out of their tombs, local mermaids are ungluing their scales, pinning them back to the prom dresses from whence they came. Somebody drops a pair of maracas over heaven's ledge, and I find it hard to believe it's accidental, that the parade calls out sick at the very moment the dead decide to spruce up their wings with talcum powder. When the paper peels off a few magnetic boulders intended for sea-worn sailors. As the tree limbs glimmer like pennies in the sun, for every mermaid, an equal and opposite cicada to take her place, each faster than the last, to steal the rattle off a rattlesnake. This would be the year to swallow shadows whole. Fiddling with their coffee spoons. Nope. My bad. And catch glockenspiels between our toes. A little bit, right? Like it was our one and only parlor trick. Sorry, Devin. Sorry, Terrence.
I mean, just a breath here. Terrence. It feels very weird that you're not sitting here with us. I think you should. I think you really should. I don't know if you all know that all of us have been writing together for a very long time.
For 30 years.
It varies.
45 years.
Since before we were born. All right, Terrence, congratulations on this book.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing us into it, typical Terrence style, to read your gorgeous work.
Well, to be fair, I asked the writers group who wants to read, and we got a big, I want to read. I.
Okay.
Only the ones
There's
that
that.
are in California. Hello, Iris, if she's watching.
Iris somewhere out there is. Iris and Kathleen. Okay.
Is there a live?
Yeah, there's a live feed.
There's always a live feed. I guess there is. I thought my reading glasses were going to work. They don't. Okay. She Waters the Cilantro by Terence Degnan. During these not normal times, we take walks up to the bodega, noting the new mail carrier, wondering what might have happened to the last. We order in food we cannot afford, tip more than we dare, take longer than we should in the store, run our hands over the ridges on the cans, our tongues over the grooves of the bottles' mouths, in times abnormal. We stop at a stoop we've passed 100 times before, share stories we've never ran the risk of hearing aloud until now. We pause, work out smiles with our eyes, frowns with our hands, in uneven nights on sleepless dawns. We call and call and call 100-year friends who pick up most of the time. On avant hours, when candy is sharper, savoring, ice cream, colder than you've ever had. Under airplane-less skies, before boatless harbors, we love all the way down, from our ruddy throats to the tips of our lashes. We make it to the evenings we are in, tending midnight gardens while watering the bulbs. Our weary minds grow threadbare and aware that it shows.
The drums for Zoe.
It is so sweet to be here with all of you celebrating this
Zoe
book.
also has a brand new book. Nicole's got a brand new book. Zoe's got a brand new book. Joe's got a book coming, and Denver just released a book. So
Books for everybody.
We all decided to release them in the same day.
This is much like Edith. We turned around to take one last look at the mountain, thunder in our legs, fireflies skimming the high grasses, our mouths worn down by their own metrical sounds. I wondered how much of your childhood was gone for good. Hungry, you sat in the mountain's valley, an emergent woman emanating from your gaze. We tried to predict the sequence of the strobing insects by their trajectories as the bats began to chirp against an invisible lid. The shadows rang and the mountain was annexed by the dimming tree line, but we lingered as if the city had no more use for us, and the mountain had already loaned us its tallest buildings.
Terrence.
All right, I'll read one more and then we'll get the music going again. Because good God, that's a lot of poetry for your asses. That's your poetry for 2023. You're good. You're good. So anything that I read tonight was just asked, somebody requested it. But we need to get this one out of the way because it's one of those tearjerkers. It's called Dear Wife, and it's about the first time that Lola took herself to the corner store. This is Annabelle's. This is your favorite poem, and it was you wrote to me about it. But now it's like the crowd favorite. So, Dear Wife, it's dusk, and the sky is yellow, and the sky is green also. We cannot decide. Our daughter is coloring the stoop stairs with chalk because it's April, and the weather cannot figure itself out either. You pull on a sweater that was once mine, but has since shrunk to almost your size. We're listening to the familiar sounds of the ice cream truck. Our daughter has quarters stacked like drunk towers on the stairs railing. We brought a small speaker out from the den, and Simon and Garfunkel are in Central Park singing a song about home. Our daughter gives up and runs up the street to the bodega. We let her imagine she's free to do this on her own, but trailing her in a pair of socks, I pretend that I'm a gumshoe. The clerk gives her small frame a boost so she can reach down into the bottom of the freezer. And once she has paid, he comes over to the prop door and raises his hand to signify he's distinguished her father and softly waves at me from across the street. Our daughter pantomimes, looking both ways, because for her this is an important first of many firsts. I ask if she's counted her change, which she ignores, and instead lets me in on the fact that her popsicle is multi-layered, which signifies that she's made a wise purchase. Not only does her firework cover all the regular bases, but it entertains the senses below the surface. We get back to the stoop to continue to shoot the April breeze, and I place your feet back in my lap. The ice cream truck eventually passes, and I swear that if God himself were to descend before us to take me home, I'd fight him right there in the street. Thank you guys. I really put your hands together for my writers group. We were just workshopping tonight, so if you guys are okay with that.
Would you maybe take a picture of all of us together or someone? Yeah, okay, thanks. Here, Terrence, you're there, and then we'll all stand up and be around.
I love the coach. She makes
I mean, do we need to squish in? Yeah, squishies.
What's the thing that Casey says? Say what?
Say what?
To make people laugh?
Always say what? Say who? Say him.
That's so bad. That's going to be the joke of the night.
Doo-doo song.
At some point, Terrence is going to look at me. It's going to be.
Oh, sorry, Arden.
You guys are awesome.
All right. Thank you. All right, we're going to take a break. The band's going to set up. We're going to get rid of these chairs. Get yourself a drink. Charlie's in the back. He's ready to wet your whistle. Wet your whistle. Jesus Christ.
The whole place is dark. Every light on this side of the town. Suddenly it all went down. Now we'll all be brothers of the fossil fire of the sun. set up hearts all at once start to beat. After tonight, if we want this to be a secret out of the past, I will resurrect it. I'll have a good go at it. I'll streak his blood across my beat, dust my feathers with his ass, feel his ghost breathing down my back. I will try, no, whatever I try, I will be gone, but not forever. I will try, no, whatever I try, I will be gone, but not forever. Real truth about it is, no one gets it right. Real truth about it is, we're all supposed to try. There ain't no end to the sands I've been trying to cross. Real truth about it is, my kind of life's no better off. It's got the map Listen. Long gone blue. Listen. Long gone blue. Listen. True love will find you in the end. You'll find out just who was your friend. Don't be sad, I know you will. But don't give up until true love will find you in the end. This is a promise with a catch. Only if you're looking can it find you. 'Cause true love is searching too. But how can it recognize you unless you step out into the light, the light? Don't be sad, I know you will. But don't give up until true love will find you in the end.
The sun is gone, and that's all I really know. No angels in the air, with hearts as good as gold. The closer you stand to the gate, the more the gates are closed. Darkened days make somebody's hunger thirst. The blessed burns the sun, the strong shadows on the earth. The shadow you hide at the gate, when all the gates are closed. Time to find your aces when felt much colder standing in the sun, waiting for some warmth and coming down. Felt much older it was, waiting for some warmth and coming down. The sun is gone. That's all I really know. No angels in the air, with hearts as good as gold. The closer you stand to the gates, the more the gates are closed. Time to find your aces when felt much colder standing in the sun, waiting for some warmth and coming down. Felt much older than I really was, waiting for some warmth and coming down. Felt much older standing in the sun. Wait for some warmth and coming down. Wait for some warmth and coming down.
From this valley they say you are going. We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you are taking the sunshine that has brightened our pathways a while. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu, but remember the Red River Valley and the boy that has loved you so true. For a long, long time I've been waiting for those sweet words you never would say. But now everybody has told me that you are going away. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu, but remember the Red River Valley and the boy that has loved you so true.
Clocks and spoons, an empty room, it's raining out tonight. What a way to end the day, but turning out the light. Shoot the moon right between the eyes. I'm sending most of me to sunny countryside. between the eyes. I'm keeping most of me in sunny countryside. Don't know how I did that now. Wonder where it's gone. Must have spent the way I went, waiting for the dawn. Shoot the moon right between the eyes. I'm screaming. Take me back to sunny countryside. Shoot the moon right between the eyes. I'm screaming. Take me back to sunny countryside. Clocks and spoons, empty rooms. It's raining out tonight.
Okay, so grab one. Stay right in front of them.
Can you guys hear me out there? If you want to test the keyboards at all.
Let me test the pad first, Andrew. Andrew, let me test the pad real quick.
Maybe test both of them so I can get them the same level.
They're both playing.
But let's coordinate just looking at each other. Am I fine?
We should do this every time. Testing the Roland thing there?
Yes.
Is that going through a DI? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, is that loud enough on stage?
No, I need it much louder, please.
Okay, what about now?
No, that has to be much louder, please.
Is the volume on that thing like pretty unity?
There you go. Yeah, it's about, yeah.
Are you hearing it more now?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, is that good?
Just give me a tiny bit more.
Okay.
Tiny bit more. Yeah.
And is the other keyboard also playing?
Are you guys? Can you play, Andrew, please? Yeah. Is that loud enough out of the house? Okay. No, I prefer louder if you can, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me know if you need more or less of anything.
Okay. Cool.
Clap your hands. It's cool. It's cool to do. I mean, don't do it in front of the mic, do it like below the mic.
All right. Can I get the mics real quick?
Yeah.
Can you get the mics real quick?
Check, check. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2.
Check.
Hello. Hello. Darren Paul or Danilo. Can someone get me a water? Oh, they sing. Can you get me a... Check.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit more of the mics for both of them, please. All right. Let him do its thing, and then we'll hit it real quick. Cool. All right. Let's go.
Hold you tight till the end of sun. I just wanna hold you tight till
end of time. I just wanna hold you tight till the end of time.
All right, give me a little more here. One more time. What's up, everybody? I am Nino, and these are all my friends. I call them Los Niños. Thank you very much for coming tonight. Thanks for having us. I really appreciate it.
The amp should? Oh, yeah.
Yes. Cool. And can I get a little more of the pad, please? Thank you very much. Thanks for dancing. Cool. I'm going to take you guys back to the... Down? Okay. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to take you back to the 90s in Ibiza. So, I hope you were around in the 90s in Ibiza. Loco mia, moda Ibiza, loco mia, loco Ibiza, loco mia, crazy Ibiza, loco mia, party Ibiza, loco mia, soli Ibiza, loco mia, marcia Ibiza, loco mia, crazy Ibiza, loco mia, loco mia, loco mia. Oh, sing. All right, Andrew, give me a little bit of keys. Ibiza, loco mia, moda Ibiza, loco mia, loco Ibiza, loco mia, crazy Ibiza, loco mia, party Ibiza, loco mia, soli Ibiza, loco mia, marcia Ibiza, loco mia, crazy Ibiza, loco mia, loco mia. A little bit of guitar here. Hey! Lokomia. Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm Nino, these are my friends, I call them Los Niños. Tonight, this is a little party we're having up on stage, so if you guys would like to hang out, come dance, come have a drink, get crazy, commit some crimes, just let me know. Anyways, for every nice party, we have some nice people here with us. First off, I'm gonna introduce to my right, this handsome boy right here. On the guitar. Give it up for Hugh. Ready? 1, 2, 3, hey! One more time, one more time. All right, that is enough. To my left, on the keys, on the motherfucking keys. You know what, guys? This is gonna be a good one. Anyways, sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say. My bad. Anyways, give it up for Andrew. 1, 2, 3, hey! To my left, on the bass, give it up for big boy Cody. 1, 2, 3, hey! All the way to the right, desde Colombia, on the congas, give it up for Richie. 1, 2, 3, hey! Right up front to these beautiful ladies providing the vocals tonight. Give it up for these beautiful ladies, Danny and Nikki. 1, 2, 3, hey!
Last but not least, the man of the night, Roger, also known as Nino. 1, 2, 3, woo!
Hey. I gotta take you back to the 80s. I hope everybody was around the 80s, because I wasn't. But it would have been nice, I think. Anyways, all right, give me a little bit of bass. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Hey. Hi, Andrew. Hey. One more time. Science open up the door. We would feed the hungry fields till they couldn't eat no more. But the potions that were made touched the creatures down below, and they grew up in a way that you've never seen before. Oh, supernature. Oh, supernature, oh, supernature, oh, supernature, oh, supernature. All right, Andrew, take it away. Hey.
You've done. There's no way that you can run the monster's fate. We must pray. You better watch out. There's no way to stop it now. You can escape. It's too late. Look what you've done. There's no way that you can run the monster's fate. We must pray.
Oh, supernature. Supernature. Oh, supernature. Supernature. Oh, supernature. Supernature. Oh, supernature.
Thank you very much for having us, guys. Congratulations to Terence. The new book. We have some poets up on stage as well, so yeah. Thanks for having us, guys. This is the last one. This is the last one. Zubite Mercs. The Zubite Mercs.
The one that I have now, never to go anywhere else. I know the window is rosy, I won't be long coming cozy. You got me running through the trees. You got me feeling some new things. You got me feeling 17. You got me feeling some new feelings. You got me. I want the one that I have now, never to go anywhere else. I know the window is rosy, I won't be long coming cozy.
All right, Hugh, give me a little bit of guitar. 1, 2, 3, hey!
Elbows and knees, my skin keeps saying please. Bite marks where we least thought we'd ever be. We got nothing to show, nothing unexplored before. But this is something more. This is I can feel the floor. Just the slightest touch, too much ain't enough. Ooh, baby, please, kisses in the crease. You got me. I want the one that I have now, never to go anywhere else. I know the window is rosy, I won't be long coming cozy.
much for having me. I am Nino. These are all my friends. I call them Los Niños. Congratulations, Terence, on your book. And thanks for... Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys mind if I read a couple of poems before you break down?
Do you need a mic?
Put your hands together for Nino Disco.
Yes. Do you need the stand?
No,
Here, take the stand.
One, two, one, two. So, give it up. That was amazing. I love it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nino Disco. Awesome. Guys. Party, party. All right. We're going to close.
I got one more musical act after
We got one more musical act after this, and Terence is going to read a couple of poems right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a surprise for General. Put your hands together for General. So this is from the next book that doesn't exist in this. Denver, why don't you come up on stage real quick? No, there's two parts to this, and you wrote half of it, Denver. Come here. So General is in this poem, and you'll recognize him in a second. Dear Maine, it's been said that you're the most forested. When we're done beating back the elements, you'll have short work on your hands. Oh my God, it's like my brain powers. Some timberlands are well adjusted, some are petrified. Sorry, when I became a dad, these things just started to pour out of me. Zoe got back to us about the time between facing mirrors. We decided it's called a legacy. When I returned from my father's death, I was freshly wounded. When you pretended to hold your brother's bullet up to the sunlight to explore its flaws, you said that most death is newfangled. When it's personal, new fangs. When work slowed, my father began taking bad photos of birds. But now that he's gone, I realize they're just camera-shy visitors. Yesterday, a friend from back home was visiting, and when it was time to make dinner, he fried up 6 pieces of fish. Watching him, I knew that most of the information was innate, but all the motions were the same as his sisters, his mothers, and a whole tribe of ghosts. The way he salted the cornmeal, the way he shook the bag, mirrors facing each other. His daughter was with us in the kitchen, and I stood there wondering if his fish fry ballet would be committed to her muscles by routine proximity. This is how we're breathing ghosts. Transference, casual possession. I used to give my old man a hard time about his several thousand fuzzy birds. Now I see him everywhere. Not tangible, not fully here. It's like a town in Maine surrounded by a tide of evergreens. As ghosts, we've overstayed our welcome. When we stop being animals, the line's blurred. There's an old light fixture that hangs above our dinner table. We found it curled up and dormant when we were exploring our half of the mountain. Sometimes I can see its old family sitting below, eating supper below it, where we oftentimes eat. If I lean in, I can hear their laughter. And Denver wrote the second half of this, so I'm just going to give it up for Denver one more time.
Dear T, before we can move forward with this correspondence, I need to make a few things about myself clear, something I see that other states have neglected to do. 1, you say you can hear laughter, but I'm here to tell you that it is not coming from my throat. 2, dinner tables here are called tables, or supper tables. 3, One's proximity to ghosts is determined by one's proximity to the dark coal among the plum bottoms of swamp trees, or to how loud the ocean is against the tenderest bruises of night. 4. If I had a sister, I would want her to be Rhode Island, but I do not have a sister. 5. My photo albums are filled with accidental snapshots of the sky. 6. The wound between mirrors is called a legacy. I will admit that. But the emptiness between mirrors is called a yearning. 7. My sister, Rhode Island, if she existed, would tease me because of how petrified my forests have become with age. 8. When this whole thing is done with such boundaries that have made me possible. 8. When this whole thing is done, such boundaries that have made me possible will mean nothing again. 9. Yours, Maine.
All right, so I'll read as many as you guys can handle. These were all requests, so I feel bad not reading them all. But if you get sick of them, just give me a wink. Also, Farrell Foster's going to be playing after this, so stick around. He is fucking amazing. So, this is Tina Kane asked me to read this. She wrote something nice on the back of the book, and she's also the poet laureate of Rhode Island, which Denver was just talking about. It's called It's My Beach. It's my beach. That's my skyline. You'd have to be occupying my math to dilute the anomaly that is me. That's my breakup scene. For myriad reasons, that's my favorite bar. Not to mention my specific sum of heartbreaks and broken bow memories swaying in the closet with the skeletons that make up my lore. You see that kid on a closed-circuit TV kissing a girl named Hillary up against Josh's car? Go get your own Hillary and Josh. You hear that choppy jingle from an old mattress commercial and a shoddy dated mixtape? That's my mistake. That's my sum of butterflies. We're rotting in the attic of my synapses. I'm still halfway across the monkey bars, chasing my shadow in a Catholic school uniform. To be fair, I can't be 100% positive that the sundials in our memories obey modern orbits. It could be chasing me. Your Rochester isn't my hometown, even if we did share the same crib. We don't have the same combinations. You can borrow my bike all you like, but you'd have to adjust the aperture to occupy my glee. And the whole time, you'd be wearing me. You can Rochester all you want, but you'd be defending a backwards flag when my bully comes through and knocks the ghost out of you. For all I know, my paper tigers could snap your bones. For all you know, your paper airplanes have kinder trajectories. Man, I've never had your arm. I forget who asked me to read. I don't know. These were just things that people text me and say, can you read this one? I got the book. Will you read this one? Sure. In the photo of you wearing your Little League grin, propped up against a sibling, laughing at a harmless slight, long forgotten in a trunk of a starter car with northern plates, playing a classic song through the transistors. You're forgiven. Just out of a local parish during the casserole part of the day, with a glint of swimming lessons in your eye, and plenty of trust reflected in your brother's say cheese expression. You're part of God's plan. The glitches in your heart are what makes you extraordinary. In the hospital of your parents' terrors, down the hall from makeshift uncles, you're still a key ingredient in the Jesus soup. But today you aren't. You're a mother's first broken egg, and betrayal is your vocation. I'm sure they hung a name over your crib, and once I knew its meaning. But if I were a betting man, I'd turn the page. Sorry. If I were a betting man, I venture to say you didn't live up to it. That worms have hollowed out its rounder consonants. I like to look at pictures of you smiling. And those pictures were just Pharaoh and Moses as kids. We haven't yet pulled magic into our sticks. They're just for practice. And we couldn't cleave a puddle for more than just a few seconds. In that still universe framed in my hallway, you've still got all of your authentic parts. And I don't count the cities I place between us as blessings. I got 2 more. You guys okay for 2 more? And please stick around for Farrell. I honestly think that he's the next thing, because I just am in adoration of his music. So This is before my dad died. I took him to Ireland. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry about the stamps. I can't sign things anymore, so that's why the stamp is there. I just wasn't sure if you guys were okay with that, but I didn't want anybody to think I was just... Anyways. I apologize tremendously for the stamp. I carved it with my own hands from a tree my dad grew when he was a kid. This is a poem that I wrote looking over at my dad in Ireland. He never thought he was going to go there. And then I owed him some money. So I bought him a ticket to Ireland. My father is over there in an upholstered wooden chair, looking at photographs of the day over his reading glasses, asking the simulated person on his phone the longitude and latitude of Dublin. I'm on a sofa bed, reading below a painting of pale and naked body, with ribbon red nipples loosely peripherizing the whole scene. A little trivia. Gabe Johnson is collecting fake words that I've made up, and peripherizing is one of those. So you can put that in your pocket, you little jerk. Loosely peripherizing the whole scene. This morning, to no one in particular, he said at the arrivals gate, "I am in Ireland." Like he was casting a spell of phoning a younger version of himself. I've not yet learned how to masterfully weave the story between the heavy threads of an older one, but he's teaching me. When we walk along the river in search of some nucleus, I watch him run his fingers across the goose-flesh cement of the barrier fence, like he's reading the city's fortune. We will not travel here again. Even though the rain holds up and our backs are treated to an old blessing, we will not break the spell by playing any low keys. I leave the book I'm reading on our host's bookcase, write her a short note, and thank her for every other mouth, body, and set of eyes I've encountered here in this arcane nation, where I'm afraid to wake up, where I'm only awake on the sofa, listening to the sounds of my father as he rubs his sore calves and compares the climates of here and home. This is the last poem in the book. It's only in this book, so you have to pay extra for it. This book is $700. The other ones without it are $20. And they're stamped. It's called "Should You Meet Me on Your Way Home to Rochester?" Because your son resembles us, should you stop and name the children in his boot? If the hunting posts have taken on the weather in your head, if the skies full of birds are relative to a painting in your mother's favorite room, if the cans are full of the same amount of shot, should you stop and see a report on an antiquated TV about a harangued field goal or a riot that crossed the Genesee? Should the Kodak Mountains fan across Highway 86 like a table spread or fingers on an organ's keys? Remember how many Rochesters, how many cans of shot are piled in the allegories. No, you aren't the man they stole with darkroom chemicals. That is, should you ever catch sight of me on your way home to another Rochester of a different name.
Give it up. The man of the evening, Terence Degnan. Terry.
Do you want to play before they break down, or do you want to play right now? Right now. All right. You want to introduce them?
Yeah.
All right.
You don't want this stool, right? No. Oh no, I never said that. Even then, no, I just hold it.
Yep, I'm good. Yeah, I can do it. I mean, I played on this stage for, God, 15 years now. Hello. Well, I guess it's coming to the end of the evening. I'll keep it kind of short. Okay. My name is Fidel Foster. I want to thank Terence for having me here. I run a show here every Wednesday. I've been running and playing a show here every Wednesday since January 2008, called Roots and Ruckus. And Terence has been there many times. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to just sing some songs. Okay. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. You'll be an angel by and by. You're going where good people go. There's one thing I hope you know. Parade of roses in full bloom. They start to fill the corners of the room. I do believe it's all too soon. Oh, I can't begin to dream what has happened and what does this really mean? And nothing now is what it seems. The petals fall, and as each lands, my swollen heart is beating in my hands. I can't begin to understand. And all the lilies will die. They serve remembrance, but keep me asking why I never got to say goodbye. I'm in the meadow, on my knees, and I hear your voice like a whisper in the calling me from beyond the trees. I'm gonna just plow through them because there we go. The song I wrote about a friend of mine, though it may not sound like it. I don't know if I'm friends with him anymore. Some say to have your own way, you've got to scream and shout, and beggars can't be choosers unless they all put out. Well, unless their eyes are siphoned dry, unless they moan and pout, unless they all put out. For all those guys, your glassy eyes, your pride, they will forfeit. But you won't commit, you'll think of it tomorrow. I have just one question. Where do you get the gall from your bloated loins? Did you buy them with coins, or were you made to cry? Is it you just can't recall? Now you stand before your suitor's sword without a robe to drop, and now you'll sob 'cause you can't stop tomorrow. With crooked gates and fire all in the air. But what do I care? 'Cause I'll see you there tomorrow. Thank you. Okay, so let me think what I should do. I have two more. I should do. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll do Worlds of Fire.
It's my show. I asked him to play a song I love.
They may love you in Pyongyang. When it's over, will they just the same? Feels like seltzer on your brain. Money well spent on good champagne. When your final hour comes to pass, only then will you be freed at last. Come on, Kim, don't you watch the news? Whole damn world's got the Black Friday blues. They put little baby on the Nile. He'll be back in a little while. Blood's now leaking down from the roof. Believers believe they need more proof. They killed the man in a store stampede. Hallelujah, this man's finally freed at last. I heard Gaddafi got the news. Whole damn world's got the Black Friday blues. Well, someone on a casino took pity on Little John's soul. Try something that it could not buy. Seeing the good man is hard to find. They showed him was all about. Maybe they just gave him the easy way out. Come on, don't you watch the news? Don't tell me you're in the trenches. I see you sitting on a fence. Don't tell me that you're innocent. It insults my intelligence. We all bought our plots on credit. We're far too big to fail. Get yourself a shovel. They're unsafe. now I'm going to play the song that Terence requested for the last song. Thank you very much for coming out and for supporting Terence and everybody who played tonight. Yeah, and I'm here every Wednesday. Oh, let's switch for this capo. I'm here every Wednesday, usually at around 8:30 p.m. Doing a set. These are all original songs. I have a bunch more. It's Feral Foster. Feral's an animal. Foster isn't like the beer. Foster home or whatever. That's weird. You find me on Spotify. That song's on Spotify. So is this one. And yes, this last song that Terence asked for is called "The World's on Fire." Okay. That's gonna drive me crazy the whole time. I don't fix that now. Oh, I thought this capo was a better idea. This capo is a worse idea.
You're cheating on your capos. What's happening?
That's what's going on. So I'm getting punished.
Don't cheat on your capo.
So. The hell? Stupid capo. That is going to drive me. You know, Frankie's not here anymore. You know, on the soundboard, can you give me that pink capo? Because both of these are being real pieces of
There's one in that case, too, behind you.
Oh, well, this one's coming right here.
Here's the pink one.
Thank you, darling.
This is your third capo.
Thank you. 3 capo night. Well, maybe it's the guitar. Maybe there's something wrong with that fret. It looks like there might be something wrong with that fret. Yeah, I'm going to just quickly then tune this one. I got this one right here. I'm just going to tune it really quickly. So, yes, my name is Feral Foster. Feral's an animal. Foster's a beer. And, worst. That's what I have to do. And here we go. Here we find out. There we go. That's good. It's just gonna have to be. Boats that were on the shore ain't gonna sail no more, and the cherry blossoms bloom, the branches now are all well groomed. The birds that used to fly, they're falling from the sky. The warnings that you never gave, they're rising right from your grave. Remember when I Yes, the world's on fire. The coming of the waves turned up all the nameless graves, and the angel wings exposed had the feathers picked right from their bones. I saw you standing there with the blossoms in your hair. Said, come with me and go. And now there's a burning in my heart. Even water cannot ease, and it has no taste, no smell, no feel, and it's flowing in the sea. Say goodbye to the empty town, to the mud, the blood, the wire. For it may take 1,000 years or more for this lifetime to expire. And the flames of the pyre grow high and higher. Honey, it's the world's on fire. Thank you, Terence, and thank you, everybody, and thank you, General, and everybody else.
Give it up for Farrell, Foster. Give it up for the Jalopy Theater for hosting. Give it up for Terence for creating this amazing night. Give it up for all the family and friends and everyone that came out tonight and everyone that's watching from home and wherever you are. This was an amazing evening, and drinks at the bar still. Hey, give yourselves a big hand, a big round of applause. All the poets, all the music, everything. Amazing.